Okay. Because they're not trying to talk about policy, guys. They want to make the election about identity politics. And if you cower and say, oh, we don't want to do that, just stop what you're serious. You're going to lose because somebody respects that. See, a few weeks ago, what people do respect is those who stand up and tell the truth, even if the truth is controversial, which is that Kamala Harris is not black. Right? So, let me not say whether she like Kamala Harris, proud of support and share the black perspective piece. This woman I'm telling you, a star is born. You are going to see more of this woman. You are going to see more of black conservatives that know how to communicate their what it is that they're trying to say to the people, how to communicate it clearly. You are going to see more of these type of people on a regular basis because we are not afraid to stand up against what it is that we know is bad for the community. No more. We not going.
No. Not no fucking believe.
Y'all want to draw a line at rhetoric saying, well, what is
No was bad for the community. Not believe was bad for the community. No was bad for the community with facts.
a black job? You know what a black job is. The job that you're doing, that the immigrant is going to take. Whatever it is, whether you're working on the line, you at the plant, you're doing insurance, you got your own business, whatever it is, there's 15 million of them that's coming for whatever it is that you got going on, and they're going to place you as a voter, and they're going to place you in your community. That's what it is. Wait, because if you're wondering what a black job is, please, I encourage you all to drive through Atlanta and all these beautiful black-owned businesses and check and see who works there. Probably a black person working for a black entrepreneur, recycling the black dollar, creating black generational wealth. Awesome. If they come here illegally and taking your jobs and your resources, then please believe our questions and information. They're coming for you too. I'm reading that super chat shortly. And y'all know Kamala Harris has yet to say Laken Riley's name. Y'all know who Laken Riley is? Some of y'all may not be familiar with Laken Riley. Laken Riley is the young girl that wind up getting killed by the immigrant that crossed over into this border illegally. Laken Riley is the young girl that was destroyed, killed by an immigrant that came over into this country illegally, and she's not the only one. She's just the one that is not a seat. Y'all notice how it's quick for Kamala Harris to jump on the Sonia Massey train because that's the popular thing to do right now. Similar to how she wanted to show up for a photo op for that bad deal that they did for the exchange with the prisoners over in Russia. They gave back spies, hackers, or whatever, and we got back a journalist and Brittany Griner. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny. They don't want to acknowledge or say Laken Riley because they know that would be too closely associated with the fact that they failed at our borders as the borders are. But they want to jump on the Sonia Massey train because they know that that's the thing that's going to get you emotionally invested into what's going on in this election, like they always do every 4 years. They never mention Laken Riley, but they always gonna throw up their Sonia Massey. You know why? Because it's popular to villainize the police because they know to get you emotionally upset and then to galvanize you to go to the polls to vote for the thing that's not best for you. It's always gonna be the play. Every single 4 years, they always gonna make sure that they hit it with the play. They always gonna hit you with the play. Brittany Griner said that she a father. Said that she's a father. That's what Brittany Griner said. Said, I'm a father. Corrected the reporter. They brought home the father. We'll never say Laken Riley's name. We'll never even talk about it. Never probably even called their family. Never called the family. But they quick to make sure that they mention, ooh, Sonia Massey. That's the hot thing. That's the thing that black people gonna get galvanized. Stop letting them pull the wool over your eyes and hit you with the okie doke. Talk to him, Michaela. Borders on. She opened the border to millions of illegal immigrants that have flooded American streets with deadly drugs and gangs that have spiked overdoses by over 124% and brought more crime into minority communities. So how's that for black folks? But let's pick race out of it.
Just as a woman, period.
Talk to him.
Can you be a champion for women's rights when you're taking away opportunities for women and giving them to transgendered ones?
Shout out to Obama for championing the alphabet community and Kamala Harris for appearing on RuPaul's show. And they making sure that they continue to push laws in favor of biologically born men that can now walk into your bathroom. And I know this for a fact because I was flying back over here into Detroit, in Miami, flying back, and I had my daughter go use the restroom, and I see a grown biological male walk in there. I walked in right behind him, and I grabbed my daughter's hand, and I said, "It's time to go. It's time to go." A biologically born male, your schools, your bathrooms, the rights, they beating y'all up in sports now. They're going to be in the WNBA. LeBron Jameson, woman, Joanna Man going to be dumping on y'all head in a minute. They beat y'all up at the Paris Olympics. They champion these things. How can you say they for women when they will be taking y'all rights away from y'all? And they saying that you want it to be equal? Let me put you over here with a man. Don't sit here and tell me about how it is that they helping y'all. Talk about it. Michaela, see, Trump and Vance, they can't say this because it wouldn't be politically correct. So they brought in the troops. Me, Michaela, Stacy, the troops is here.
See, how can you promote equity for women and you're allowing men to play women's sports? Feminine, but still allowing men to enter their sacred spaces, like ER bathrooms and school locker rooms. Do I even need to mention the opening ceremony at the Olympics? Angela Perini was forced to fight a man, told that she's never been punched so hard in her life.
4,000 people in here. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. The likes is way too low. And y'all give way too much information, way too much education, way too much entertainment. Hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. If you have not sent this to your friends and family, you're doing yourself a disgrace. Quit, Michaela.
We can allow dangerous liberals who think things like this are okay into the way. Because my daughter will not be fighting a man in her wrestling match.
Talk about it. And my daughter will not be fighting a man in her taekwondo match. Leave y'all super chat, Jordan. Thank y'all.
I think both men and women can agree on that national security is important. So who would you want to see lead us into war if it were so to happen? I'm still press sister come on.
This girl knows how to use her adjectives in order to galvanize the people and really put some emphasis on it. See, the adjectives is the thing that colors the conversation. My silk-pressed woman, my silk-pressed sister Kamala, oh, wait a minute. I thought you were black. Maybe she got that good hair, that Indian hair. Hey, remember when we was in elementary school and y'all always wanted Becky with the good hair? You sit here and tell me about how y'all earthy now. I don't want to hear nothing about your earthiness because when you was in school, I remember I was in school with y'all. Y'all always went with the mixed girl. Y'all always, you would have went with the white girl if it was for them in there. You always went with the girl that had, and she must got Indian in her family. That's what y'all saying. Now y'all want to sit here, oh, I got my locks on. I can't believe that they sit here having a conversation with us about the braid of my hair. And that's how it is, and I'm going to be that way. That's not I get a job. I still hold on to my black culture. And I just seen you in school 3 years ago. We was just in school, and you was like, oh, man, I want her because when we have kids, our kids going to have good hair. She got Indian in her family. And now you want to switch up on me and keep talking about how it is that you stand in your blackness. You don't even date black women. You don't even date them. You said you wanted to get a passport. You said that you was a passport, bro. You said that you was a passport, bro. You said that I'm tired of black women. So much so that you gonna go and get yourself a passport. You said that you wanted to talk to the girl with Indian in her family. Now, I married a black woman. Straight from Joy Road, exit 9, right here in Detroit, Michigan. Been married for 20 years, straight. I married a black woman. And they said, Anton, you are anti-black because you don't want to stay on the Democratic plantation. I got a child that's literally the same hue as me. My family is from Dawson, Georgia, came up to Detroit, Michigan in order to get them good jobs, the manufacturing jobs that the Democratic Party, that Clinton, all of them, gave away over to China. They gave them away over to China, and y'all praise them for it. Clinton got some head in the White House, and y'all get mad at a woman that accused Trump that he ain't never seen before, and they threw 1,000 charges on him in New York. Look at the hypocrisy of what the Democratic Party is doing. Let's talk about it. Clinton got some head in the White House, and y'all said, that's my first black president. He got some head by a mid woman. That woman was so mid and so typical Karen. Y'all don't even like them type of women in real life. Y'all said, that's a Karen. But he was getting head, and Clinton lied to y'all, directly to y'all that I did not have sexual relations with that woman. And y'all praised them for it. And then you want to talk about these trumped up charges that they gave him in New York from a woman that's accusing him of something that, from 30 years ago that you just defended other men for and said that they was me tooing you? And they gave this. Y'all so fake. The community is fake. It's faker than 2 left shoes. It's faker than a $3 bill. It's faker than Kamala Harris walking around as a chameleon trying to convince y'all that I was black and I was smoking weed to Snoop Dogg and Tupac when I graduated from college in 1986. They wasn't even the same. Nobody even knew who they was. Nobody knew who Snoop and Pac was in 1986 because it was his little pee running around, shooting ball, and trying to join the Crips and the Bloods and run up behind their family. Y'all so fake. Y'all so fake. Y'all pick and choose when you want to hold people accountable based off of identity politics, knowing that these people ain't gave you nothing but death and destruction. Some of y'all is 30, 40, 50 years old. You ain't never even known nothing except for death and destruction in your life based off of aligning yourself with the Democratic Party, and you still going with it? You still rolling with it? Y'all following Roland Martin? Y'all following Holy Martin? Seriously? Even Umar Johnson said, listen, I can't roll. Judge Joe Brown said, I remember that woman back in California, and she was lazy, and the only thing that she decided that she wanted to pull up was her camera. When she decided that she wanted to get a promotion, I looked at her, and she was lazy in the courtroom. Now, I'm not one to know what to do in your personal life, but what I do know is a whole lot of sleep. And even though
Boy, I like it. You did that, Joe. Good, dog.
This 3-piece blue jean outfit, and the pants don't match the
That Joe.
belt, don't match the shoes don't match the shoes.
Joe Brown.
Shirt don't match the hemline. I seen this woman because everybody knows that it goes on. And you definitely go to Kamala Harris, especially if you got something on her. You got something on her, then she's not going to go do it. But she was definitely focused on her career. Even if it was locked up on her face. I said, look at Judge Joe. Judge Joe don't have no censorship in himself. Judge Joe don't have no. Everybody came out and said that this woman is out here busting it down for a real one. I didn't. I wasn't old enough to get any, so I'm pretty sure she would have been right here on the black couch. Listen, if Kamala Harris had been born 20 years later, 30 years later, she would have been right here on this black couch. If she was a Detroit prosecutor, a district attorney, with me having all the clout and doing 100 million plus views last year and projected to do more this year, I guarantee you one thing is for sure and 2 things are certain. She would have been right there with that microphone saying, hey, Anton, I'm happy to be here. I guarantee you, right there. That's the spot. Get your disinfectant spray. That's the spot. Right there on that black couch, I know for sure. 1 thing's for sure, 2 things for certain. I know the way that's going on. I know. Calling up her handler. Look, Michaela. Talk about it, Michaela.
What a big dog, Donald Trump. Lastly, cannot get up here without mentioning my farmers, the backbone of this country. And aside from the Biden Harris administration hurting you guys in ways we can't even comprehend, we fight the cost of everything. Black farmers suffered even more due to the delays associated with the Inflation and Reduction Act signed in 2022. Now, don't let the Biden Harris administration fool you because they waited until the night before to just to sign off on disbursement in the last minute attempt to garner support. But why do they hurt the agricultural industry? Probably because they're looking forward to making more money in the pharmaceutical one.
Cover it
And
up.
speaking of pharmaceuticals, because I promise I'm going to wrap this up, when they bring up
Are y'all not a part of the Patreon? Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. We doing Stock Club. I know I said Sunday, but we got to do it Monday. Monday, right after the stream, we doing Stock Club. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure y'all tapping out with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in. The best day to join Stock Club is the beginning of the month.
abortion, and they talk about protecting your medical freedoms, don't be afraid to mention COVID. The Biden-Harris administration forced Americans to take an experimental vaccine and took away their
Hit a like for the
jobs, their
algorithm.
livelihoods, and their freedoms if they refuse.
Hit a like for the algorithm.
Trump
Y'all didn't know we was having church today. That's why we got over approaching 5,000 people inside of the chat. Y'all didn't know that we was having. This is church. I seen somebody say, they said, I can't believe y'all up here watching Antonio. This is church. We having church right now. We having church right now. Hallelujah.
Man, church ain't nothing but programming too.
Hallelujah. Turn to your neighbor and say, we not voting for Kamala. We not voting for Kamala. Turn to your neighbor and say, is she the original hot tour girl? Turn to your neighbor and say, she pulls off her hammerline. Is y'all sending this to y'all Grant Gam Gam? Hey, Gam Gam, you know the ones. We having church. Church is the truth. Y'all didn't know that. Church ain't just about God. Church is about the truth. The truth is of God. The truth is of God.
gave us a choice, and Biden gave us a mandate. There you go, because I'm about to kill him with this one. So the next time the left wants to tell you that, hey, abortion is a right and you need to protect your medical freedoms, remember that they took those freedoms away from men and women the second they spent on this, and there's nothing stopping them from doing it again. Target. So lastly, again, I'm going to encourage you all to vote based on the facts and not feelings. Oh, he made me feel so bad when he said that. Okay, they hurt your families when they send all your tax dollars overseas. Oh, it hurts my feelings when he acts like that. Okay, but it hurts all of us. When you see an administration failing their
The link to the
Rumble, young lady, rumble with your bad ass.
Discord is in the description of any of the most recent videos inside of the Patreon. So if you're a bag chaser, you're a Patreon member, the link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. The link to the Discord is in the description of any of the most recent videos inside of the Patreon.
country that they were elected to represent. In which case, I'm going to leave y'all with, hey, mama, daddy, I made it.
Talk to him. I like this girl. I like this girl. I like her. She's good. She got her good. She look good.
My baby girl Amaya is somewhere in here, so we going to say, hey, Amaya in unison, because she's a real superstar, y'all.
Hey, Amaya. I like this girl. A star
Hey, Maya.
firstborn. I think that she is absolutely positively correct. I like how she speak matter of fact. And I'm glad that my sisters, my African sisters, my African sisters, my African sisters, I hope you understand, overstand, and understand.
Man, fuck hope. Fuck understand. They need to get it.
Words of Umar Johnson.
They need to get it.
My African
Literally.
sisters, our stuff.
Thinking for yourself makes
To
sense.
wake up.
Makes sense.
Shout out
Believe, understand, faith, and hope.
to the snow bunnies. Shout out to the snow hare.
Literally make.
Listen, I can't forget my snow bunnies. I can't forget my snow bunny. Shout out
It is straight up nonsense. 5 fucked up words.
to my salsa queens.
Program so many to be stupid. Nonsense.
Shout out to this sister. She absolutely positively cooked in the best way possible. Michaela Montgomery, say her name, in such a short amount of time, in less than 10 minutes, less than 9 minutes, less than 8 minutes. She illustrated exactly what she needed to illustrate for everybody that really don't get it, for everybody that's not paying attention, for everybody that decides that they still want to stay on the plantation. Wake up, wake up, wake up. The honeymoon phase is over. I don't care if they say they raised $1 billion on Kamala Harris' side. Because guess what? She's still spending it with me. Half of y'all know that when you click on my video, a Kamala Harris advertisement coming up. Thank you for your $3. Thank you for your free advertisement, Kamala Harris, and I'm going to bust that down with YouTube. But the fact of the matter is this. One thing is for sure and two things is for certain. You can spend as much money as you want, but you cannot outspend the truth. You cannot hide your past, and you cannot buy us and tell us that we supposed to be quiet and we not supposed to use our platforms and our visibility in order to speak for the truth. The truth is that nobody cares about your feelings. Nobody is going to come to save you. The Democratic plantation and these Democrats have absolutely opened up the border in order to let these people in your community. Yes, they taking your jobs, especially your black jobs. They taking your white jobs. They taking your Indian jobs. They taking your Asian jobs. They taking your Latino jobs. Even people that are immigrants into this country that came into it illegally, they don't want this stuff. They don't like it. They're not with it. And I even see people that's a part of the alphabet community saying, hey girl, we not voting for Kamala. We waking up. As a matter of fact, I don't really know what it is that we really like that about this girl at the first place. Because it ain't enough to just tell them that they can use your bathroom. They starving out here too. They go to the grocery store, they still gotta eat. They might be able to use your bathroom, but they still gotta eat. They still gotta eat. They still gotta work. They still gotta compete with people that ain't even they can go and get a driver's license. Did y'all know that illegal migrants into this country that has no kind of background history whatsoever can go and get a driver's license now? I wonder if that's a ploy to also pay attention, because all you needed to vote is a driver's license. That's all you needed to vote is a driver's license. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, but the one thing we're going to do is we're going to drain the swamp. We're going to drain the swamp. We're draining the swamp, and I do not, in any way, shape, and form, endorse. Let me say that one more time. I do not endorse, in any way, shape, or form, Kamala Harris for president. I have never endorsed this woman. I never liked her from the minute that I seen her. I don't care how big her teeth is. I don't care about none of that stuff. I do not endorse Kamala Harris for president of the United States of America, and I stand on that. Blue Boston Terrier Rock says both parties are trash. No, they not. Both Trump, Vance, we are definitely going to make America great again. Okay? And I want you to understand, overstand, and understand it. Trying to get her on the show, AD. Try to get her on the show. I see what I can do. Thank you for showing love and holding me down. Will get Twitter's in the building says Trump need her on the trail. She's exactly who he needs. We out here. Mo G says, Anton, you need to be on this stage as well. Hope Board Eagle pushes a name to the Trump campaign. Cross you. We can get it no matter what. We gonna stand on this message because the message is what matters. It doesn't matter what they push it. They gotta recognize it either way. Terrell Torrance says Kamala is so incompetent that she wanted to debate Trump on September 4th. We all know she waiting on the demo rats to cheat on the election. Did y'all know that the reason that they pushing that date is because a lot of y'all, I believe, is already gonna be able to send y'all mail-in ballots? I Am Parlay. Shout out to I Am Parlay in the building says, notice they haven't brought up Hawaii. Ooh, Hawaii. I forgot about Hawaii. Puerto Rico, Alpha Dorino says we have to talk like we're walking with significance of significance. which is evident as you do a spit on that thing. Kamala Harris. Sorry, Anton. I like what you said. I like what you said. The effect says, I got this super figure makes me hold down below. Purple Lady says, Amy, you are a fool, man. Your Joe Brown impersonation is almost as good as your Brandon Johnson and Umar Johnson. We working. Just wing that. The other day on the Millionaire Morning Show, David with a Y says, she's saying the quiet part out loud. The loud part is now out loud. Shout out to my girl Molly, all in her drink. She didn't even know it. Listen to the bag station. Fred in the building. Shout out to Trill says she was cooking and Trump dumped on all of it. Attacking kept in Georgia. MAGA just doesn't understand Georgia or Georgia Republicans. He will lose here. We'll see. We'll see. I think it's more black people that's disgusted with what we're seeing going on than you think. Shout out to Frederico Al Padrino says, shout out to Mrs. Blanche Brown. I don't vote for side B's either. And as of last week, I'm a chaser. Let me get a round of applause for the new bag chaser. And do you think that you'll have Michaela on for an interview in the future? Well, I can't tell people what to do, but I'll definitely reach out if that's what y'all want to see. Alicia's Astrolinguistics says that thank you, Anton, for your voice. We need a lot more angel messengers like you. May God bless you in your messages. And it reached millions of people. Filipinas for Trump. Shout out to my Filipinas. I was Calvin, the brother says, can you go Brown too? Well, I've already John Brown. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Thank you, Papa John. Amy Slate says, I got this super sticker. Thank you, Amy Slate. I appreciate it. Thanks, Keith. The brother says, come up and brought her up. Trump had jokes. Thank you to everybody that continues to support the platform. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Why is my sign showing like that? That's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I didn't want to be before y'all now. I wanted to have a conversation with y'all. Instead of doing the video on it, why not just review the video in real time? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm getting some work done in the studio. And then I'm going to holler at y'all later. Bees, do your research, become an informed voter, and stop saying it don't count whether you vote or not, and don't complain. Let me read this last super chat before we get out of here from Howard Williams says Hawaii got a $4 billion settlement. Really? So you saying I need to deep dive into that and look into that for the Millionaire Morning Show? Make sure y'all tap into the Millionaire Morning Show in the morning, and then we got Stock Club right after that. Right after that, roughly 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern, we're going straight into Stock Club. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Sunday services.
Now, I'm going to be asking people how much they pay in car insurance.
that was fun like a motherfucker.